Stephen Clark is our first grade referee. One of the more experienced, and we're underway. Round 8 in the NRL. Taylor kicking off. First touch of the ball for the Penrith Panthers.
That's one. Here it is, North.
And they will play it through Chris Hicks about 10 metres out from their own line. Carl McNamara is leading the hit-ups for the Panthers, 16 per match. So he's doing his job, no doubt about that. So is this man here, John Cross, on the 20. Carter across the face of the ruck, wide ball. Gee, that was a dangerous one at the end too. The North Sydney backs came up and there was a chance there for an intercept. But it's still the Panthers. And we're looking to go wide early. Now, Alexander gets the kick away, so they complete their first set.
Yeah, very good set too. They try to open up North Sydney straight away with the long passes. Now Petherbridge comes back. Well, that's a good defensive line by Steve Carter. Ryan Girdler.
This is a fullback now, Willie McLean. Wilson thought he was going to start on the bench, but when Anthony Swan, the former Auckland Warrior, was ruled out, Wilson had another opportunity to start. Now it is Josh Stewart. Big and strong. Taylor, the playmaker, gets a kick away. And Hicks takes it pretty well, 10 metres out from his own line. The chase is a good one from Michael Butner, right in front of the uprights. Robbie, boom, boom, Beckett. Now it's Alexander linking up with John Cross. There's no way through there, though. Goddard was there, one of the best tacklers in the comp this year, the hooker for the North Sydney Bears. They're on the 30 now, the Panthers. Greenhill taking them on. Good tackle around the bootlaces from Steve Trindle. Back it goes now to Alexander. Not the best kick off the side of the boot. A little bit rusty maybe with his kicking game, Greg Alexander. First game back since round 2.
You've got to give credit to the North Sydney side there. They did put some pressure on. He had to step off his left and go back to the right-hand side, put that kick in. Again, just rushing it. And he needs a little bit of protection, though. Because now North Sydney, without a Muir, go forward. He takes it up just over the 20-metre.
Penalty.
You went in there, had a go at it, Steve.
So Steve Clark has got the Panthers captain.
Got on the hand of the ball.
Steve Carter for raking the ball out, 2 in the tackle, and this is a gift 2 points for Jason Taylor. Taylor looking for first points. 3.5 gone. No problem. He sends it down the middle. So a good start for the North Sydney Bears. They lead by 2 points to 0.
The Penrith side, their first 2 sets of 6. Not really inspiring stuff. They usually get a better go forward than that at the start of the game. They're absolutely on fire last week. They're going to stop probably going so wide so early and start going up the middle of the ruck where they've been so dominating in the opening rounds of the NRL competition.
Restart now from Girdler. And it's the Bears running it out through David Fairley. 15 metres out from his own line. No shortage of runners for both teams. Some big mobile forwards. To the short side they go now, Billy Moore. About 8 from halfway. Taken by Woods and also McNamara. Taylor got the kick away. Beckett over the head of Beckett. And the bounce is, in the end, a good one for him, but it gave the defence an opportunity to get up on top of him.
I think Robbie thought the ball was going to bounce out to the right-hand side and go out. Very lucky to get the ball.
The man just playing the ball there, Shane Alford, the fullback for Penrith. Russell Fairfax, big shoes to fill tonight. Peter Jorgensen, who he's replacing, was the top try scorer.
Yeah, big shoes to fill. I bet you don't see him doing any of those aeroplanes. He'd like to get a couple of tries, but I think he'd be happy at just settling in and doing his job for the team.
Carter getting the kick away. And Willie McLean, his third first-grade match in 3 seasons with the Bears after making the trip from Auckland. Petherbridge, the left winger, can't get away from the ball and all tackle of John Cross. Greenhill in there as well. Fairley running straight into Sattler. Dallas got one around the shoulders from Greenhill. Goddard can't link up with Josh Stewart. He'll take the tackle about 10 from halfway. Muir a dummy half to Taylor. This is a good bounce for Alford. Got away from one. That'll give him some confidence. 10 from halfway. Beckett. Now this is Mikhail McNamara.
Oh,
good
straight
strong
over.
run. Got rid of Taylor. And then 10 metres inside North's territory. Alexander. Carter. Bit of confusion out wide, and Adam Muir did well to get up there and shut the movement down. It was Sattler that played it. And Gaffey got the pass away to Drew. They keep it alive. Greenhill, chance here. No, they've put it down. John Cross couldn't handle it. Knock on both ways.
First one by Penrith. North Sydney feed loose.
Well, they've certainly shown some enterprise here, the Penrith side. Once they get that ball away, this is the mistake that John Cross comes up with. Just thrown just a fraction high by Greenhill, but their second phase play is working for them so far this early in the game with only 8 minutes gone.
McLean. The handling errors. That's a better statistic for Penrith. Goddard at dummy half. This is Muir. Good defence there from Scotty Sattler. Now, Fairley makes it to the 40. Stewart. Good tackle by Girdler. Cross over the top. Back to Taylor. So fairly stereotyped tonight, the Bears. Getting 5 tackles away. Back to Taylor, kicking on the last.
I'll tell you what, the guys that are actually protecting Jason Taylor, I just wondered sometimes if the referee's going to penalise him, stopping the players going through to put pressure on him.
Craig Greenhill. 6 years at Cronulla before moving across to Penrith this year. Alexander double round out wide. They have to stop though. Gaffey was standing out in the centres. Just lost their momentum out wide.
And away.
Penalty. Nigel Roy not too happy about it. No doubt about that one though. He impeded him trying to play the ball.
There's a few players this year being caught like that, Greg. Well, they should just get off to the left or right hand side of it. It's easy for us to sit up here and say that, but once you're in that situation, you're trying to get in front to mark up straight away.
Good field position now for the Panthers as Craig Greenhill rather. He gets to about 26 metres out from the line. Over the advantage line. Switch of play. John Cross. Billy Moore and Nigel Roy read that one pretty well. McNamara. A couple of the Bears defenders in there to shut him down. Carter. Alexander. Girdler. Great hands. Beckett in the corner for the first try of the match. The Penrith Panthers. Oh, great work by the backs. What about the handling from Ryan Girdler? And the finisher was Robbie Boom Boom Beck. 10th minute.
Unbelievable try that. Tremendous work there. The long ball from Greg Alexander really did catch the defence of North Sydney out, and the hands, as already said, comes to this man here, nice and wide. Look at it, bends right over, gets in between the two North Sydney players and Dallas, and picks up Robbie Beckett to go in for a great Penrith try.
It is about 5 or 6 metres in from the broadcast touch. Great kick. The flags go up. It's Penrith 6, North Sydney 2.
The flags.
As Drew waits for it. Alexander goes to the air this time, midfield bomb. The crowd believe that Becker was taken out, and so does the referee.
We'll have a listen, mate. Just for the exercise. Just have a listen.
kicked on through. He pulled the opposing player, the Penrith player, out of play, and the other player could have got a good chance to get to the ball.
Thanks, mate. It's exactly how I saw it. I already blown it. As he put the flag, I was blowing the whistle for exactly the same thing. But he's trying to get to the ball. He's bred Blake Strumper down, trying to pull him back and get an advantage for himself. That's what the penalty's for.
So he goes against Brett Dallas.
Once again, Greg Alexander going to the line, making sure that North Sydney does come forward, put a little bit of pressure on the Wiz, and they thought, well, we'll let the Penrith players catch it, and there is the penalty gives away by grabbing Steve Carter. The linesman straight on there to let him know.
The radar's working early tonight for Ryan Girdler. The point scoring machine. 8-2, Penrith over North Sydney. Stewart, the second rower. Fairley. Taylor. Butner. Can't get away from Drew. Sattler in there as well. And Carter in the end. Taylor. Kick and chase by the halfback. Bit of variation. Alford. A breakout from fullback. Just lost his footing. Looking for the quick play the ball. Steve Carter. Up over halfway he goes. Alford still down in back play. Hicks. Driven into the turf. And a good tackle from Wilson. McNamara. Good metres gained by the front rower. As Drew runs to dummy half. Gives it to Alexander. And Scotty Sattler. Up towards the 20. Final tackle coming up. Alexander goes high. McLean under pressure. Who wants it? Willie McLean takes it. A metre out from his own line.
Well, he's been under all sorts of pressure, Willie McLean.
Those markers, you've got to stay square.
Markers weren't square, so Nigel Roy makes it to the 20-metre mark. To the short side they go. Josh Stewart running strongly over the advantage line. Petherbridge. Giving it now to Steve Trindle. Short side. Fairley. Taylor. Oh, they turned their back and they've copped it up. And this is Frank Pulitua. Made his debut last year. This is only his second first-grade appearance. Older brother of Tony Pulitua. He's making more of a run for the first grade here at Penrith than his older brother. Gaffey, allowed to run. Woods to Alexander and Carter. Alexander, Girdler, Ryan Girdler through the gap. They won't stop him. Girdler in the corner. Oh, sensational stuff. The form centre of the NRL. He couldn't get an Australian jersey, but gee, I'll tell you what, his name must be getting very close to being put into ink for the New South Wales side. 12-2, Penrith over North Sydney.
Well, they've done it so well. Greg Alexander out to Carter, the little run around, just holds up the North Sydney defence. It gets on the outside of Taylor there. It just has too much pace. Beckett was flying. He didn't need him. He's going to be McLean all the way to the try line. Great try for Ryan Girdler.
Yeah, the second time that Alexander's pass has put the attacking player on the outside of the defence. A little stutter step there also mesmerised the defence, and he's just got too much pace and too much power. He's a prolific point scorer, this young man.
Yes, and Billy Moore doing plenty of talking in goal for the North Sydney Bears. 10 points the difference now. 2 tries to none.
So when the boys are hot, they're hot, aren't they? Alexander, Carter, Girdler.
But 7 tries now this year for Ryan Girdler. So with Peter Jorgensen scoring 10 but out for the season, Girdler's set to overtake him before too long as the Panthers' top try scorer. Maybe the competition's top try scorer before too long as well, the way he's going. What about Greg Alexander? Fine return to the Panthers' first grade for Alexander. Difficult conversion attempt for Ryan Girdler. Only a half a metre in from touch. Oh, just curled around at the wrong moment. Hit the upright. No goal, but it's 12 points to 2. And the home crowd have had plenty to talk about. Worth another look here.
Yeah, it was just great play once again. Newton come up out of the line. Joel Wilson just got stuck there.
$10 points. And we have about 5 or 6 minutes remaining in the first half. Greenhill. And Sid Domick. And Russell, it's pretty important now that the Bears don't allow the Panthers to score more points before the break.
Well, the Bears have never liked playing catch-up football at the best of times. They wouldn't want to because it will be the end if they do. This Penrith side is revved up. I wouldn't be surprised if they put another big attacking raid on just before this half is over.
A couple of metres inside the Bears' territory now, the Panthers. Back to Alexander with the kick. Etheridge, the right thigh heavily strapped.
What about Greg Alexander? Put the kick in, did the great chase, come up with a tremendous tackle.
He's an inspiration, no doubt about that. McLean 10 out from his own line. Jamie Fitzgerald. Plenty of sting in the defence of the Panthers as well.
You see Fairley there when he ran the ball up, looking for someone to pass the ball to. No one available.
Jason Taylor. No pressure on Alford this time. The bounce beat him. No, in fact, Mark back there is Andrew Hinson this time. So Hinson off the interchange bench in 20. Woods.
Oh, Paul.
Well, Hicks has put it down.
He pulled it to him. He pulled it to him.
But it was great work by Woods to get on the outside and then get the arms free. Chris Hicks couldn't control it.
The lock forwards out there, Billy Moore. He just gets in between them. And Petherbridge just need to be a fraction deeper. And there's plenty of space for him to work it.
Nigel!
12-2 to the Panthers. Over the Bears. McLean showing it, taking the tackle. Joel Wilson, rugby convert from the Gordon Club in Sydney. Billy Moore taken ball and all there by Carter. Goddard, Butner, Taylor, rare mistake from him. It went backwards though. Taylor waits for an acting half now. Gives it out to Steve Trindle. He runs into Greenhill and Pulatua. Final tackle on the way for the Bears. Taylor, he wants to go to the air again. Pressure on Hinson at the back. But no, Chris Hicks got in there. The right winger and took it. And took it well.
Oh, that was a great take there by the young kid. Well, the play the ball's even better now as Penrith go wide with Girdler once again.
Girdler, numbers on the inside. Beckett puts a foot on the gas. It's a foot race with Dallas. Beckett and Dallas. There's your answer, Russell Fairfax. Dallas has come from nowhere and pulled him down a metre. Out from the line. But it's still the Panthers getting very close. Held up. No try. Carter thought he saw an opening. They held him up. They'll get the feed into the scrum. Well, what a foot race. Beckett chased from behind and pulled down by Brett Dallas. The legs were pumping.
He just thought he'd get around him, but Dallas, like you said, has come from nowhere. But that's all come from the Chris Hicks play the ball. The great take, the quick play of the ball. They went wide straight away. Steve Carter, well, I'll get us another set of 6 here, lads, or get us a try. Watch Greg Alexander go for the base of the scrum now.
Alexander still going. Taken by Wilson. Beckett fires it up to Pulatua.
I think probably a little bit tired for the big run to go for a run from dummy half.
Alexander. Carter. Wide they go. Cross. Oh, the move was on, but they come up empty-handed. Gaffey left it behind.
He was straight through a hole too there. Jason Taylor was caught in no man's land as now Stringer goes forward for the North Sydney side. That's the sort of stuff they need, the big fellas. That's a penalty.
Get up off him. You got to get up off him.
As you take a look at this Panthers outfit, they're a little bit greedy in 2 areas then. I thought Carter shouldn't have gone himself. And then again, they're counting the points before they score them. They've got to settle down a little bit, this Panthers side.
12 points to 2 coming up towards the halfway break. They're not out of it yet, North Sydney. Mark O'Mealy. Can they put some more points on the board just before the break? Wouldn't they like that, North Sydney? Taylor turning it back on the inside. McLean. He's taken by Pulatua. Goddard waits for the dummy half. Gives it to Butner. Turns it back on the inside. Trindle. Good work, the Bears. Goddard kicking. Oh, but straight into the arms of Carter. The Panthers come up with it.
I'll tell you what, he would have been better off letting the ball going out to their little halfback and Taylor. He would have put the little kick in, or the long ball was on, because they were short, the Panthers.
Well, it was a rare appearance deep inside Penrith territory. Probably deserved better than that. Gaffey. 3 Bears defenders in there to claim him. 28 metres out from the line. Alexander gets the kick in. He'll kick for touch to eat up some time. And they probably won't have time to pack the scrum down. 10 metres inside North Sydney territory. Try to Beckett, try to Girdler in the first half for the Panthers. A conversion and a penalty to Ryan Girdler. Another attempt hit the upright. Just the one penalty to Taylor. So Steve Clark, the referee, signals time off. And it's a 10-point ball game at half-time. 12 points to 2. Penrith over North Sydney.
Let's go, Panthers!
We're underway in the second half. 12 points to 2. Penrith over North. And it's the Bears. First touch of the ball in the second half. Roy playing it back to Petherbridge. And he's taken on the 30, right in front of Russell Fairfax. And what do you think the message was at half-time, Russell?
Well, I'm sure the message from Royce was to make sure your defence is in order, because there's no doubt that the North Sydney side will come at Penrith. And I think as far as Peter Louis goes, I think he'd like them to realise that Panthers are hit it up for a couple, then they spin it wide, and that's where they've been caught. They've been caught out wide after about the 3rd tackle, so I expect them to adjust that as well.
Well, there's the kick from Taylor. No surprise with that one, and Alford takes it and runs it back to the 20 for his opposite. The fullback for the Bears, McLean, got up there with Nigel Roy. First touch in the second half for the home side. First set. And Woods. Almost to the 40, David Woods. McNamara. Have a good strong run. Drew. Getting it away to Gaffey. Just a steady opening set of 6 here for the Panthers. As it's finished off now by Alexander. He knows just about every blade of grass here, but that time he went too long.
Yeah, he'd be a little bit upset with that one, but I must say that what you said, start of the second half, they really are just trying to feel each other out. North Sydney are just got to have a few more options up their sleeve when they go into attack. This one off the ruck is not working for them. They need to get off Jason Taylor and probably go a little bit too wide and use Butner, who's a very good attacking weapon.
O'Mealy Playing it back to Goddard. Fairley. Oh, great fend by Fairley. But he had Carter hanging onto his bootlaces. Trindle. Good go forward from the front rower. On the halfway mark. Taylor, switch of play. Picks up the hard-running Josh Stewart. Now, Carter's going to be called out here.
Sloppy, mate. Just sloppy. Just keep it down. Just up here and then up a bit, okay? Just get down.
Too high, but nothing malicious about it.
The referee just virtually saying a little bit sloppy there. On top of Josh Stewart.
Having a go at his own Michael Buettner. Back on the inside it goes to big Steve Trindle, and the Bears have hit back to the right of the uprights. Oh, what a ball game we've got now. 12 points to 6 with the kick to come. The front rower, look at that smile. He's delighted. 53rd minute, 12 points to 6.
Oh, that was a very good try. Just watch him step up his right foot. He goes to go wide. He steps back inside. Dominic is the man that gets beaten, and Trindle comes flying up on the outside. The bigger goes, thank God that wasn't 20 or 30 metres to run. Puts it right down next door to the sticks.
Well, this all came about. Norse had moved Buettner into first receiver. This is the third time he had it. He just put a step on, plenty of pace. And gee, it was good to see a big front row there in support. There was no way they were going to stop him. That was his.
Celebrated after the try, who scored 2, wasn't it?
And his previous try this year was in similar fashion. He was on the end of a good clean break. Taylor adds the extra 2. So it's now 12 points to Penrith, 8 to Norths. It's just 4 points. So problems now for the Panthers. Still in front. They can't take the foot off the gas.
Well, they've had plenty of
12-8, 54th minute. Plenty of opportunities, Gary.
Yeah, plenty of opportunities to score tries the Panthers have had. They just haven't been able to put the ball over the try line. And North Sydney really have waited their time and come up with the right options then. As Russell Fairfax did say, Buettner's gone into the 5'8" spot, into the first receiver spot, and he's really created more things around the ruck for them.
Line break 7-3. Penrith have scored 2 tries. The Bears 1. So they're not finishing off those line breaks, the Panthers. And Norths. Right on the halfway mark. Taylor gets the kick away. Hicks takes it on the full. 10 out from his own line. We'll play it. Back to Alford. Now Domick. Woods. David Woods. Good run. 10 years with Parramatta before joining the Panthers last year. Plenty of experience on board. Penalty to the Panthers. A piggyback set here.
And Jason Taylor's the man that got caught in the bottom of the ruck there. Hurt his right hand. He's going to the trainer now. This is where Penrith have got to capitalise and put some points on board.
Frank Pulatua. Can they hit back immediately, the Panthers? McGilvray. Put a sting in the tackle. Gaffey charging at that North Sydney defensive line. Only about 12 metres out. Drew to Carter. Back on the inside. Sid Domick. Good tackle by Billy Moore around the bootlaces. McLean over the top. Alexander gives it to Carter. Carter. Oh, for a moment I thought he was almost through. There's the kick from Alexander. Who wants it? Into touch in goal. Back to the 20 we go for a restart.
Yeah, that's been their problem, Panthers. Now they've been in that situation twice in the second half. They need to come up with a result. This is not the result they wanted. Hicks flies up nice and high, just can't get the ball back inside. Penrith did a great job of pushing him out a little bit wider.
It was a silly option, wasn't it? Why didn't you put the ball on the ground, get 6 more tackles? Then they could have demanded more pressure. As it is, they're letting North off the hook.
Plenty of defence tonight from Greg Alexander, and this is a great run. The North Sydney Bears. Stringer about 15 metres inside the Panthers' territory. There was a trip there.
Mate,
Could be problems for Greg Alexander here.
Yep, absolutely. Mate, I saw the leg go out of the corner of my eye. I didn't see exactly what the second set says. It's going on report, okay? So have a look at it.
Alexander on report.
Jason Staley just stepping off his left there. Greg just putting that left foot out. And he just got stepped. He thought, oh well, a little bit tired. First game back after a while out.
So he's on report. And it is the North Sydney Bears.
Woods is hurt here.
He's on his feet, Woods. He'll be replaced eventually by Hinson. But it is the Bears. 12 points to 8. Charging in there now goes Big Paul Stringer, a couple of metres out. They led early on by 2 points to 0. The Bears looking to hit the front again. Taylor running on his own that time. Goddard gives it to Buechner. Wide they go. Billy Moore numbers and into the corner.
Happy Fieldsy?
That's a try to the North Sydney Bears. They've squared it up. It is 12 all. And the try scorer looks to be winded over there. Just holding the thigh. Joel Wilson. But it's 12 all. Good comeback by the Bears. They were down 12-2 at half-time.
You can just see there they're very, very short there. Steve Carter wasn't too sure who he should take there. And Billy Moore puts on a great ball. I think what you'll find is Carl McNamara hits the try scorer Josh Wilson in the back of the back when he scores. Well, that's great ball there by Billy Moore. Watch this. Just comes over and you just see his left knee gets him in the back. Joel Wilson.
It was a neat piece of play. Buechner pass. Billy Moore playing like a Santa. Catch and pass. Joel Wilson just there to score the try. Did it well.
There was a kid in the picture before, Jamie Fitzgerald, and he ran a little bit of a decoy there, which took the pressure off that pass.
Yeah, you're right. He was just sitting alongside Buechner there, and that's what caused Steve Carter to come in. He didn't know which player to take, and that gave Billy Moore a little bit of space out wide.
They're still feeling the effects of that accidental knee into the lower back or the left thigh. So all of a sudden problems now for the Panthers as Ryan Girdler does plenty of talking. Hoping to give their coach Roy Simmons something to celebrate in his 100th first grade match as a coach. Things are looking pretty good at 12-2, but at 12 all with the kick to come, they have to regain their composure. What a pressure kick for Taylor. He knows what pressure's all about, though. He's been kicking these for years. And I'll put the mocker on him well and truly. So we're locked up. 20 minutes remaining. It's 12 all at Penrith. 2 tries apiece. Trindle and Wilson scoring tries in the second half. Just the one conversion to Taylor and that early penalty in the first half. So locked up at 12 all. Penrith. Can they win 6 in a row to equal the club record, the most number of consecutive wins? Or will it be the Bears getting home over the Panthers yet again? They haven't lost to Penrith since '91.
Well, that's the magic year, because that was when they had their 6 consecutive wins, was in '91, and you may remember that was the year of the Mountain Men.
Yes, Premiers that year.
I think that year they averaged around about 11.5 tackles missed per game. They're now up to 13 already in this game, and Norse will miss 15. So it's really even down. It's Goddard goes for a scamper.
Great break, Jamie Goddard. The support arrives now. Buechner puts a foot on the gas. What a try to the North Sydney Bears. What a setup by Goddard. What a finish by Michael Buechner. 2 tries in a matter of 2 minutes. And all of a sudden, this crowd here at Penrith is shell-shocked. The home fans, that is. But what about the Bears fans up on the hill? They've got plenty to cheer about now. 16-12 with the kick to come. The Bears have hit top gear.
Oh, What a try. Unbelievable stuff there. You can see the Penrith Panthers a little bit disappointed in themselves because this is the worst defence they've had since the start of the game. Gaffey got beaten, but Jamie Goddard scampered out, made 20 or 30 metres, turns the ball back inside, and Buettner backing up as he does. Alexander, a desperate dive there. He was never going to get there. That's a very good try to the North Sydney Bears.
Great little sneak from dummy half. He really puts his foot on the pedal here. This is a position that Penrith should never have been in. Buettner, gee, like a flash. It was a foot race. No one was going to get near him. Alexander wasn't. I hope Buettner just too pacey. And he's pretty excited about putting them in front.
The Bears supporters up on their feet. Taylor, he adds the extra 2. So it is now a handy lead. 6 points to North Sydney, 18-12. What a comeback by the Bears. 3 tries now in the second half. Penrith absolutely shell-shocked. 63rd minute, 18-12. Fitzgerald gives it up to O'Mealy. Matt Adamson and Craig Gower looking very anxious on the sideline. Adamson hoping to come back next week. Gower should be back next week after sitting this one out for disciplinary reasons, which has been well documented.
I think the Panthers are really just gone into their shell. They're not really doing much of an attack anymore. They're just going one at the ruck. And Ben Ikin sitting there. He'll be very happy now with sides in front.
Ben Ikin still a few weeks away before his return to the North Sydney colours. Matt Sears not there tonight. He's out for another 3 or 4 weeks. Now it's Chris Hicks. Plenty of time left for Penrith to regain their composure.
Penrith side now, they're all standing in a bit of a bunch. Start getting a little bit wider, get those passes going to that left-hand side where they score most of their tries. That certainly's got to be a penalty.
Just get out of the way.
I think Mark O'Mealy not too happy about that one, but he was hanging around the right for quite some time, wasn't he? Okay, good field position now for Penrith. 10 metres inside the opposition territory. Frank Pulatua. Taken by Trimble. And also Stringer. Now it's Gaffey. Greenhill. Double round with Frew. Wide they go. And Sattler!
Oh, great hands.
Picked up brilliantly back there by Alford, who really hasn't put a foot wrong tonight. The replacement fullback for Peter Jorgensen. Greenhill smashes it up. They've been in this position on 2 or 3 occasions in the second half and haven't come up with any points. What will it be this time? Alexander, the little kick, not a good one. Touched by North though. It's back to 0. The tackle count restarts. Alexander, Carter, patience, that's what they need. Domic. For a moment I thought he was going to try and pop it out the back door. All of a sudden he settled things down. And this is Sattler getting very close to the line. Desperate defence by the North Sydney Bears. Can they hold him out? Alexander got it to McNamara, getting very close. Centimetres out. Drew, Alexander, who wants it? It's on the ground, picked up there by Woods. Woods. He can't find the line. Carter at dummy half. Carter will back himself. Now he gets it out to Drew. Sattler. Double round, Gaffey. Oh, what a botch-up.
Oh, the 2 main men who should have taken control there, Alexander and Carter, they were caught on the other side of the ruck. The big fellas there, he just go forward now. Scott Petherbridge goes for a bit of a dart out of dummy half. It makes a good 5 or 6 metres.
Russell Fairfax, the back rowers, trying to do the double round, but they went to sleep.
Well, what's a couple of back rowers doing out where the centres should be? It was a perfect opportunity to hit it tight, hit it tight, hit it tight, take the forwards in, move it wide. I think the game plan is very much Australian in the second half.
5 from halfway, North Sydney. The Bears lead 18 points to 12. They've coughed it up now. No, it's a knock on, is it?
No, it's play on.
Play on.
Yeah, I think that ball went a bit forward.
Woods. He's on the halfway. Alexander. They're not organised at the moment, the Panthers. Andrew Hinson in 20. His first top-grade appearance in 99, off the bench. Carter, face pass. Girdler. Oh, great defence, though, by Buettner. Came up out of the line and smothered Girdler. McNamara. Alexander. Nudging it down to the North's try line.
Oh, someone pick it up.
McLean and Petherbridge looked at it for a while.
This is where Penrith have really got to get up in the face of North Sydney, put some pressure on them. No missed tackles in this area. This is the mistake. They both looked at the ball, so who's going to pick it up? Dominic comes up with a tackle, McLean.
O'Mealy. Taken by Girdler. Josh Stewart. Oh, well, there's no need for North to force the passes. They're doing exactly what Penrith did after the half-time break. And Gaffey, 3 Bears defenders in there now. 18 points to 12.
Oh, what about the pass from Steve Carter?
Good pick-up, though, from big Carl McNamara. The big man bent down, picked it up, fingertip control. Alexander. Carter! He can't control it. The Bears have it again.
Once again, they're in a great attacking opportunity, but just coming up with a few mistakes, which is really costing them the game here. They need to score points.
Well, I just think the Panthers are showing that they're not masters of this catch-up football. They don't handle the pressure on them too well, and they need to really take stock. And I think you mentioned before, Carter and Alexander have got to get the ball in their hand. They're the ones that could be the architect to a victory here. If they don't get the ball, it's all over for the Panthers.
Well, Roy Simmons really has to send the message out, just to go back to what they were doing best, and that was in the first half. The coach, 100th game as first-grade coach of the Panthers. His Lieutenant Peter Mulholland beside him, chewing the fingernails. Henson gives it out to Greenhill. He's taken by Fairley and also Stringer. McNamara. Got it. Out the back door to Cross.
That was what we're doing so well. Their second phase play was goes down. Woods goes up the middle again.
Linking up Girdler. Keeping it alive. Gaffey. Stringing some passes together, Penrith. Alexander. Too big, back to the 20.
I thought Greg Alexander might do the chip and chase there. There's no one at the back. The fullback is very, very deep. Jason Taylor is in the line. Might be a chance there. The next set of 6, they can get a message out to Alexander or Carter.
I'm sure there'll be a message going out. There was indication there that the field goal, they'd like to have a 7-point buffer. I'm sure we may see Taylor have a shot if he's in range.
And hasn't this bloke worked all night? Fairly. Unbelievable.
Taylor. Billy Moore. Couple of metres inside Penrith territory. Soden. Taylor kicking and chasing. Good work, Taylor. He had Buettner, his lieutenant, on his left hip, but he couldn't free the hands. Here goes Buettner now. 1 try in the second half.
Oh, Girdler!
Girdler. Josh Stewart comes at him. Stewart can't tackle him. Girdler. O'Mealy.
Oh.
Back inside. Robbie Beckett. Beckett for the corner. Beckett double. One end of the field to the other. Robbie Beckett. They're on their feet again at Penrith. Oh, great stuff. But what about the defence? Stewart and then O'Mealy, 2 of the biggest men in the North Sydney pack. almost getting across there to stop the try.
Oh, mate, what a great try. But as you said, those two big men, they tried their hardest to get there. I think they were back there being a little bit lazy anyway when they're trying to take down the other end. But it was Buechner that went across. Good, once again, doing what he has done so much this season, getting in between where the ball's been passed and where the ball's going to go. There he is, look, he sees I've got to go for it. Beckett, he was nearly going to give up chase. Stewart did a magnificent job. And watch him nearly gets pushed into him, drops the ball back inside of Beckett. I tell you what, this young fullback, McLean, has had a magnificent game. He chased in vain at the same time, but a great try for the way the Penrith Panthers have stuck back here tonight.
Well, it was against the run of play. The Bears looking very threatening at the other end of the park. Billy Moore, back to the camera, doing a lot of talking. Russell.
Well, here it goes, Buechner. He was just lurking there, Ryan Girdle, waiting for that pass. He slowed right down there. He'd probably dragged Josh Stewart to him. He didn't think he was going to beat him. It was marvellous play. Beckett, he just has to put his foot to the floor here. It's a foot race. Beckett's going to win it, but only just. Gee, what a marvellous try.
I reckon that Robbie Beckett was probably relieved to know that he was given 4 or 5 metre start by Dallas. Dallas was nowhere to be seen. So Girdler from the sideline, 50%. This to lock it up at 18 all. From out wide, Girdler, no, it's waved away. Oh, what a finish we're in for here at Penrith. It's still North Sydney leading by 2, 18-16. Girdler just shakes the head. Alexander can only look on. 73rd minute. Who's got the most petrol left in the tank? Taylor kicking off. 33.5 minutes gone, second half. Sattler. Who would want to be a coach in this situation? The side led by 10 at half-time. Now they trail by 2. Alexander, wide they go. Sattler to Girdler. So dangerous, isn't he?
This is what the football that they play so well, the offloads, which is upsetting the North Sydney defence. That's what Penrith have got to do if they want to really get back in and win this game of footy as Sattler now goes forward.
He's having a fine season, Scott Sattler. Craig Greenhill missed most of last year. Alexander, and they're back inside North's territory. John Cross thought he spotted a gap, went for it. It soon closed though. Final tackle coming up. Alexander, what does he do? He goes to the air. Dallas's wing. It's on the ground. Steve Trindle can't pick it up. There are some of those forwards out there who are dead on their feet. Another set of 6 for the Panthers now. No need to panic. Alford, he's about 15 metres out. McNamara running onto it. Some big defence stopped him at his tracks. Drew from dummy half. This crowd going wild. Sattler! Got it out there, and they're in for a try. A double to Girdler. They're back in front. The Penrith Panthers. They were down and out. North's ran in 3 tries. Now it's 2 quick tries to the Panthers. What a game of rugby league. The crowd on their feet again. 20 points to 18. Kick to come. They didn't panic. Kept their heads. Sattler's had a fine game.
Oh, he's had a great game. Watch him. He steps off his left foot, straightens up again. And who's there? Hello. Here I am, Mr. Girdler. Great try there. But this come from the actual bomb. This allowed them to get in the situation. Buechner had gone too far in defence. Let's allow Girdler to get in behind their defensive line. Isn't the man happy? Russell, how's the crowd down there?
Oh, they are buzzing, let me tell you. You can just feel it around here. I think that they can sense this could be a year similar to 91. They're very supportive. to a man. They're just about all off their seats. Just applauding the team as they come back over halfway.
Well, I must say we've seen some great attacking play and some great defence from both sides really here tonight. The way that they both decided to come back at each other, but that try there was just tremendous work to come from the Greg Alexander bomb. And this man here, hasn't he be on fire?
And I think North's had an opportunity to clean up the spilt ball from the bomb, but the forwards just couldn't get to it. They were dead on their feet. Girdler missed it. It's not over yet, but as the captain looks on, nursing a shoulder injury, 2 points in it, 20-18.
Oh.
Now are the nerves in the coaching box. John Cross. They need to just complete this set of 6, the Panthers. The Bears need to force the mistake. Woods. Drew. Gaffey. Good strong run up to the halfway. Out of the danger zone for the time being. Craig Greenhill getting across the advantage line. Slammed into the turf though. Alexander. He's going to nudge it right into the arms of Dallas. They'll get this set.
Dallas!
And maybe another one. The Bears. 2 points in it. McNamara launched himself into Trindle on that occasion. Jamie Fitzgerald. Woods is there, so too is Greenhill. Soden. Paul Stringer. Cross. Greenhill. McNamara, they're all in there. One from halfway. Taylor, wide they go. Fairly quick hands. And a good short ball. Billy Moore will play it. Back to Butner. It's a midfield bomb. Gives it plenty of air. They allow it to bounce. And who wants it? Oh, it's there for the fullback, Alford.
Oh, the Penrith Panthers were so lucky that ball bounced back in the hands of their fullback. They would have been on all sorts of pressure and bounced the other way. Someone's got to take control of it and say, go for the ball.
Chris Hicks. 11 from halfway. Woods. Some nice touches from David Woods in the second half. His experience coming through. Henson at dummy half. Gaffey. Wrestled into the turf there by O'Mealy. As Brad Drew waits for it at dummy half. Alexander. Charge down! Chance here! Roy! The Bears. A matter of seconds. What can they do? Just when they needed something. Oh! They it up and Billy Moore hands it back to Penrith. All they have to do now is play out 1 or 2 tackles. 20 points to 18, Penrith over North Sydney.
What about the crowd, Greg Clark? Look at them go up.
It's all over at Penrith. The lead has seesawed in the second half. There are some tired boys out there. I thought we've had the fireworks here. An entertaining 80 minutes of football. Girdler got a double, so did Beckett. North Sydney couldn't go on with it. Penrith came back from the dead. Penrith 20, North Sydney 18.